Hi guys, welcome to the first sequence of this class. First of all, I guess I should say welcome to my house. It's a little bit strange times, but basically this is my living room and it's been rearranged all around to film this video. So what you see on the left is part of my couch that's been pushed all the way over there so I'd have room for my mat. You may have to rearrange something too to make this work. This is actually my third time trying to film this video, so if you're having any frustrations with technology, I totally hear you, but we're gonna get through this together. So I'll come onto the camera now. So for this class and all of there's going to be a weekly video for you. So what you need is a mat, okay? A mat is the only thing that you really need. Everything else is optional. So if you have a mat at home, great. If you don't have a mat and you're looking for one, I know some of my students found some that were affordable, I think at Walmart or the dollar store may even have some type of mats. I think they do. Anyway, so you need some type of mat. I was thinking about whether you could just do it on a blanket, but I think you'll slip around too much. And doing it just on the floor, it might hurt your knees or hurt your elbows. So hopefully somehow you can get your hands on a mat. Besides the mat, if you have a blanket, that might be useful to you. It's not required, but at the end of class in Shavasana, sometimes it's nice to put a blanket on because your body temperature drops a little bit. If you have something to use as a yoga block, okay, I forgot to pick up 2 from work, but if you have anything around your house that is strong enough to hold your weight and that you could put it on whichever side you need, you could do that. And then third, if you have a strap. If you don't have a strap, it's okay. We'll work around it. But if you do, some of the poses can be made a little bit easier. Don't stress yourself out if you don't have any of those things though. The thing you really need is a mat. Okay. So what are some of the things I want to tell you? So every week, you'll be given 1 new video and you're expected to do the video 3 times, okay? And each time you do it, you send me a picture afterwards of you doing one of the poses from the sequence. So if you're doing the video Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, each of those days you send me a video of you doing a different pose from the sequence. I've probably spoken to you about this already live in the classroom, but just in case you missed that. So for those of you that were in class for the 4 days of last session with me, welcome back. This week will be like a little refresher. For those of you who it's your first time and we haven't met yet, hello. My name is Melinda and I'll be guiding the practice each week. Welcome, and you should, this week I'm kind of like taking more time to introduce things and go slowly over some of the poses, so you should just be fine in catching up. Is there anything else I should say? Yes, so important for everyone to remember is that if ever during the practice you feel sharp pain or something just doesn't feel right in your body, that's a cue for you to stop. and to either back off just a little bit or to back off that pose completely. Your body is your best guide, and it'll let you know. Okay, so discomfort or a deep stretch, that's okay. It's really sharp pain that we don't want at all. Okay, I'll try to, for all the poses, I'll try to offer different modifications or different levels of difficulty, and you go with what feels good to you. Just gonna get up for a second to make sure this is recording and that it didn't stop. Okay, perfect. So I will get started. For the next 2 times that you do this video, feel free to skip the intro. You don't need to listen to me repeating all the same stuff again. Just skip ahead right to where the practice gets started. Okay, so we're going to start this morning with the 3-part breath. If you've never done it, don't worry, I'm going to guide you. If you already know what it is, you can get started from what you remember, but I'm going to cue it through. So a few options. You can sit like this, or you can sit yourself onto a block. Or, yes, my block is very makeshift and it makes cracks all the time, crackling noises. Or you could lie down right onto your back if that feels good. I'd actually encourage that if it's your first time trying this 3-part breath. And you can also do it from sitting on a chair, as long as you make sure your 2 feet are touching the floor and that your back is nice and straight. So don't lean against the back of the chair, kind of sit away from it a little bit. So choose a position where you can be comfortable, and we'll get started. So I'll do it from a seated position today. So you can bring one hand to your lower belly and one hand to your chest. And just take a regular inhale and exhale, and notice where you feel your breath moving. Do you feel mostly your chest moving? Do you feel your belly moving? What do you feel happening? So for the 3-part breath, we're going to inhale right into the belly, and then into the ribs, and then all the way into the chest. And then we're going to exhale, the chest falls, the ribs knit together, and the belly comes in. The belly button pulls gently towards the spine. Inhale, fill up the belly, the ribs, the chest. Exhale, let the chest fall, the ribs come in, the belly button pulls towards the spine. Let's do that again. Inhale into the belly, into the ribs, into the chest, all the way to the collarbones. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. So you don't have to move your hands like I am. You keep your hand one on the belly, one on the chest. I'm just trying to show where the different parts of the body should be moving. So let's inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. We're just going to keep going like that for 5 more breaths. And let's just do one more. All right, from here you can take your hands off of your belly and your chest and still take a couple of breaths like we were just doing. Gently open your eyes, bring your right hand down beside you. Inhale, lift your left hand up, your arm up. Exhale over to the right. Inhale back to center, lift the right arm. Exhale down to the left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center, exhale left. 2 more times. We're trying to match our movement with our breath. Great. Let's make some gentle circles with the body. So inhale when we come forward. Exhale when we go back. You can start to make your circles a little bit bigger. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. And the next time you come to the front, take a pause and start to go in the other direction. Inhale forward, exhale back. So the word yoga means union, and we're trying right now to create a union between our breath and our movement. So if you're ever only doing the movements but you're not breathing, you're not really doing yoga. So the breath is really important. All right, the next time you come to center, inhale. Sit up nice and straight. And from here, we're going to come into a tabletop position. So for a tabletop, bring your knees right under your hips and bring your wrists right under your shoulders, and make sure that the creases of your wrists are facing the front of your mat. Okay. Bring a distance of between your knees of about 2 fists. Okay, that's about the distance of your hips. Okay, and then from here we're going to come into cow pose. So inhale, look up and send your tailbone towards the ceiling. Exhale, cat pose, round your spine. Inhale. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. So try to bring your attention to your spine and how it feels moving those different parts. I'm going to do 5 more. When you curl your spine, look towards your legs or your belly button. Two more. So these are really great poses for anyone with back pain. They can help to relieve the pain. It's also good for people that sit a lot to bring some movement into the spine. I think this is our last one. And then on your next inhale, come into neutral spine. So just a flat back, you're not curving or rounding. And from here, tuck your toes underneath you. And then you're gonna push your bum towards the ceiling for downward facing dog. Now, in your downward dog, take a look at your hands. Make sure your wrist creases are still facing forward. And make sure that your hands are really spread as wide as you can, and that all pads of your fingers and thumb are making contact with the mat, and all your fingers and thumbs. Really push down. Okay, the more you can spread the fingers, the more evenly you can distribute your weight, and the more you take pressure off of your wrists. All right, so you don't want to be here or here or here or here. You really want to be flat, pushing everything down. If you ever need a break, drop down to your knees, take a few breaths, tuck your toes again, and push yourself back up. Gaze is towards the legs. And your heels are in the direction towards your mat. Don't worry if they don't touch the mat. They don't have to. They just go in that direction. Make sure you're not having your arms and your neck all stuck together. Send your shoulders away from your neck, away from the ears. And let's take 3 breaths here. And then we're going to start to walk our feet towards our hands. You could also walk the hands to the feet if you wanted instead. And from here, we're going to reach for opposite elbows. And we're going to bend our knees quite a bit so that our low belly is actually touching our legs. Okay? And then the neck, instead of being here, let the neck drop. You can shake your head no. You can nod your head yes. Trying to really loosen the neck here. If you want to straighten your legs, you can straighten them any amount, or you keep them bent, whatever is more comfortable. If you like, you can sway gently from side to side. And the pose we're in right now is called Ragdoll. From here, we're going to let go of the elbows and we're going to roll up really slowly for the duration of 10 seconds. So 10, 9, 8, 7, head comes up last, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. From here, we'll do a few sun salutations. So for sun salutations, we do one side of the body first and then the other. So it's kind of like half a sun salutation and then the other half, which makes a full one. So we'll be doing the hatha version of a sun salutation. So to do that, bring your big toes together and your heels slightly apart, or bring your feet hip distance. See what you find more comfortable. From here, we're going to inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up and slightly back. Exhale, fold all the way forward. You can bend your knees as much as you need to get the hands to touch the floor. Inhale, step the right foot back, lower the knee, look forward. Hold on to the breath, step back into a plank. Exhale, lower down to your knees, chest, and chin. You can do one at a time or all three at the same time. Inhale, glide forward, untuck your toes. Look forward or up into Cobra. Now here, if you have a sensitive lower back, you don't have to straighten your arms all the way. You can stay here. Exhale, tuck your toes underneath you. Come into a downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your right foot forward. You may have to take a few steps to get it there. That's okay. Lower the back knee, look forward. Exhale, tuck your back toes, step into a forward fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. So that was half of a sun salutation. We'll do the other half now. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step the left foot back, untuck the toes, look forward. Hold on to the breath. Step back into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhale, glide forward, Cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward. You can take a lot of steps. You can use your hand to bring the foot there. Untuck the back toes, look forward. Good. On your next forward. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. So now we've completed one sun salutation. We're going to do one more. Big toes together, heels slightly apart or feet hip distance at the front of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up, slightly back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step the right foot back, untuck the toes, look forward. Hold the breath, come into a plank. Exhale down, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale forward into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, drop the back knee, look forward. Exhale, tuck the back toes, step forward. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Other side. Inhale. Exhale, hands together. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step the left foot back. Untuck the toes, look forward. Come into a plank, holding the breath. Exhale, down. Inhale, forward. Cobra, untuck the toes. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward, drop the back knee, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, and then from here, big toes touching, heels slightly apart or feet hip distance. We're going to come into a mountain pose. So for mountain pose, you're going to root your feet down, pushing between the pad of the big toe, the baby toe, and the back of the heel. So those are the 3 points you want to balance on your feet. All right. Then you're going to take your shoulders, inhale, bring them up. Exhale, drop them back. Let's do that again. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, drop them back. Bring your hands down by your side. And we're going to take a few breaths right here. Just standing nice and straight, nice and tall. Crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. So this is mountain pose. I'm still bringing my belly button slightly towards my spine to engage my abdominals. And when you do that, you help give yourself a nice posture. Engaging the abs helps the back stabilize. Okay, gently blink the eyes open. I'm going to do another little breathing exercise. So when the hands come to the left, we inhale. When they go to the right, we exhale. Start small and slow. And then you can start to build up, get bigger. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And we'll start to get smaller again. Now we're going to switch it. We're going to inhale when we go to the right, exhale when we go to the left. Get bigger. And then start to slow it down, make it smaller. Roll the shoulders back again, stand up nice and straight. And this time, lean your body weight forward as much as you can without falling. Lean it back as much as you can without falling. Lean to the right. Lean to the left. And now try to find that place where you're perfectly in the center. You're not leaning too far forward or too far back or more to the right, to the left. You're in the middle. The weight is balanced between both feet. And reach the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Gently pull the belly button towards the spine. Let's take 3 breaths. Just gonna make sure it's still filming so that I'm not talking to myself. Okay, great. So from here, let's come back into Warrior One. So you're going to step your right foot far back, turn your back toes towards the right corner of your room, and your left toes towards the front. Bring your hands to your hips and move your hips to the front. Now make sure your legs are in 2 tracks and they're not one in front of the other, because if they're one in front of the other, it's hard to turn the hips. So 2 tracks. Good. Now try to balance your weight evenly between both feet. When you feel stable, you can reach your hands up and look up. Remember, you don't need your shoulders coming up to the ears. You can keep that space nice and open. Take 3 breaths here. Now from here, we're gonna open up. So now I'm gonna step my back foot a little further back and towards the center of my mat. And I'm bringing my legs into one line now, so that the back of my heel is connecting with the arch of my back foot. Like if I were to draw a line, they'd be in one line. My back toes face the side, my front toes face the front. My hips are to the side, and I'm gonna bring my hands like this. The gaze is just beyond the left middle finger. And again, if your shoulders are coming up, send them back and down. 3 breaths. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, step the back foot forward. Warrior One on the other side. Step the left foot back this time. Point your left toes to the left corner of your room. And the front toes towards the front. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn your hips forward. And bend into that front leg. Now try to balance the weight evenly between both feet. Once you feel stable, inhale, reach the arms up. I'm still pulling my belly button towards my spine. I'm still engaging my abdominals. 3 breaths. From here, we'll open up into Warrior 2. So I take my back leg further back. I bring my legs into one line. My back toes are to the side wall. My front toes are forward. And I bend into that front leg. So now take care to make sure that your knee is directly over your ankle, okay? So if your stance is too short, your knee's gonna be way forward. If your stance is too long, your knee's not gonna be right over. Okay, so find your distance where you can have that knee directly over the ankle. Okay, and try not to let the knee come in or push out. Keep the knee in line with your second toe. Spread the arms out. Look right over your right middle finger. 3 breaths. Nice. From here, inhale. Exhale, step forward. Good. Come into mountain for a few breaths. Inhale, reach the arms up. Interlace your fingers. Lift your index fingers up. Okay. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling, but don't get stuck up here, okay? Keep that space. Exhale, reach over to the right. Trying to get a stretch between these intercostal muscles, the muscles between the ribs. Next, inhale, come back up to center. Space here. Exhale, come over to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, over. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to center. Bring your hands out in front of you. Step your feet hip distance apart. We're going to inhale all the way up on the toes. Find something to look at to help you keep your balance. Something in front of you that's not moving. Option to stay right here, working on your balance. Or option to slowly start to bend the knees, keeping the heels lifted as high as you can. 3 breaths. It's okay if you fall out, you just come back in. Next, inhale all the way back up. And exhale, let it go. Shake it out a little bit if you need. Okay, inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, reach down. Inhale to a flat back. You can bring your hands to your ankles, to your shins, wherever feels good. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands to the heart. From here, we're going to come into tree pose. So for tree pose, first start to spread your left foot really wide. Spread the toes out as much as you can and put them down. Good, so we're trying to widen our foundation so we have a better balance. From here, 3 options you could take. You could bring the right foot to the ankle. You could bring it to the shin, or you could bring it to the inner thigh. The only place you should not bring it is against your knee. okay? Because your knee is not meant to bend sideways. It's meant to bend forward and back, but it shouldn't go that way or that way. It's not good, so we don't want to put pressure on the knee. So anywhere below or above the knee is great. Once you choose your position, you're going to push your foot into the leg into the foot, creating some pressure. You're going to push your foot down into the mat, reach the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Roll your shoulders back and down. Let go of any tension you may be holding in your face or your jaw. And bring your hands to your heart. Take 3 breaths here. Option here, if you want to raise your hands up, grow your tree. You can look up if you want, or you can look forward. Keep pushing the leg into the foot into the leg. Bring a smile to your face, even if you're struggling with your balance. Exhale, hands to the heart. Bring that knee back and drop it down. We're going to switch to the other side. You're going to repeat whatever you did on the first side. So if you brought the foot to the ankle, you're going to do the same thing now on the other side. If you brought it to the shin, you're going to come back to the shin. And if you brought it to the inner thigh, you're going to come to the inner thigh. So you want to keep both sides, we're trying to make both sides of the body as equal as we can. They don't start off equal, and one side is usually easier than the other, but we want to do the same thing on both sides to try to encourage them to equal out. Okay, from here, reach down into that foot. You can spread the toes, make sure you have a wide foundation. Push the foot into the leg into the foot. Reach down into your standing foot. Reach up through the crown of your head, trying to make your body nice and long. Find a spot in front of you that's not moving. Keep your gaze there. Inhale, bring your hands to your heart. 3 breaths. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Okay, and then from here, option to grow your tree if you want to. You can look up or you can look forward. Bring a smile to your face. If you fall out of the pose, you can come back in and fall out as many times as you do. It's no problem. Bring your hands back to the heart. Inhale. Exhale, bring the knee forward. Drop it down. Shake it out. Good. And then from here, we're going to come down to the belly. And reach your arms out in front of you. Bring your chin or your mouth to your mat. On your next inhale, raise your left leg and your right arm. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, let it go. Now, bring your big toes together. And this time we're going to inhale. We're going to lift the arms and the legs. Keep looking down. So now we're in a pose called Superman. Shoulders away from the ears. Keep looking down like you're flying above the whole city. 3 more breaths. Exhale, let it go. Bring your right ear to the mat. Bring your hands by your sides and just take a moment to rest. Next inhale, take your left ear to the mat. Great. From here, bring your hands next to your armpits. Inhale, come to sit up. And we can bring our legs straight out in front of us. All right, so from here, point your toes towards your knees, towards your face. Inhale, lengthen the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Roll the shoulders back and down. So we're in that Dandasana, we're in staff pose. Inhale, reach your arms up. Keep pulling that belly button towards the spine. Next exhale, we're gonna reach forward and maybe we touch our thighs, maybe we touch our calves, our shins, or maybe we reach and we hold on to the feet. Wherever we grab, it's more important that we keep a flat back than that we reach really far. Okay, so grab wherever you can to try to keep a flat back. 3 breaths. Next inhale, lift the upper body up. Bring your hands, bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Bring one hand cross to each shin. Inhale. Exhale, round the spine. You can take a few breaths here. Inhale, let that go. Open the legs wide. You can bring your hand to your arm to a block or right to the floor. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, you can keep the arm here, or you can bend it behind the head, or you can try to reach for the toes. But keep opening that chest towards the ceiling. Inhale back to center. Switch to the other side. Left arm down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, keep the arm where it is, or bring it behind the head, or bring it towards the toes. But keep spiraling the chest towards the ceiling. One more breath. Next inhale, come back up to center. And then from here, come to lie on your back. Okay, so on your back, you want to bring your feet mat distance apart or wider. And you want to, I like to slightly tuck my shoulders underneath, that's up to you. And bring your hands out to the side. Take a minute here. So this is how we'll set up for Shavasana, but I want to do a few more poses before Shavasana, maybe just one or two. Okay, so we're gonna do a bridge pose and a spinal twist, and then we'll come into Shavasana to end. So for a bridge, bring your feet in towards the bum. You could probably feather touch the back of your heels with your middle fingers. Okay. Feet are hip distance apart, so the distance of 2 fists. On your next inhale, push down into the feet and lift the hips up. Good. Keep the thighs moving towards each other rather than letting the legs flop out. Keep them inward. And then on your next inhale, tuck your shoulders in. Good. Interlace your hands underneath your bum. And then inhale, reach the hips up. Push down into the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the feet. 3 breaths here. When you're ready to come out of the pose, let go of your interlace. Take your shoulders out from underneath you and really slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, bring the back down to the mat. It should feel like a nice little massage. Inhale, bring your knees into your chest. You can stay still or you can rock a little bit from side to side. And take a nice inhale. And on your exhale, let the knees fall down to the right. Open your arms up in the shape of a T and look in the opposite direction of your knees. You could play with the height of your knees, moving them a bit lower or a bit higher to see where you're comfortable. And you're trying to get both shoulders onto the mat. You can bring one hand to the top of your right hand to the top of your legs if you like. Or you keep it out in the T shape. 3 breaths here. Inhale, hug the knees back in, rock a little bit from side to side. Inhale, and on your next exhale, drop the knees down to the left. Open your arms up in a T and look in the opposite direction of your knees. Option to bring your left hand on top of the legs. And you can also play with the height of your knees till you feel good where you are. Trying to bring both shoulders down to the mat. Next inhale, I want you to squeeze yourself up into a tight ball. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Even squeeze your face, squeeze your toes, squeeze your fists, squeeze everything tight, 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 tight. And then open up into Shavasana. Legs mat distance or wider. Arms, palms facing up towards the ceiling. And now, just let go. Shavasana is the most important pose of your whole yoga practice because it's where you let your body absorb all of the benefits, all of the work that you just did. And it's where you get to do nothing. You don't have to do anything except for breathe. And your body can breathe by itself without your intentional effort. So just let your body enjoy this time to rest and to truly relax. Your body might start to feel heavy, and that's a good thing. Just know that the ground is there beneath you and it will support you completely. Let yourself go. There's nothing to do right now, nowhere to be, no one to see. Just rest. Treat any thoughts or feelings that come into your mind like clouds that are just floating by. You don't have to get wrapped into them. You can just observe them and let them go. Feel free to stay here as long as you like, or as long as time permits you to. When you're ready to come out, you'll roll onto your right side and take a few breaths here. And then when you're ready, use your hands to bring yourself up into a seated position. Please, if you want to stay longer in Shavasana, feel free. We're going to end our practice with 3 Oms. You can feel free to join me, or you can just listen. I'm going to take a regular inhale, exhale. And then I'm going to inhale to Om. Om. that your body's feeling good, or at least better than before you started the class. I wish you an excellent rest of your day or rest of your night, depending on when you chose to do the class. Take care. Namaste.